Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to my live assembly. It's one of my favourite bits of the whole week, where we get to read a story, share a story, and then have a little talk about it, and then think about what we can do to apply the stories and the morals and the messages we learned to our lives. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up this week, because this story is all about teamwork and working together. And the reason that I picked teamwork and working together was because next week, everybody is invited back to school to have their lessons at school with their friends. And actually, we spent an awfully long time in our own houses, haven't we, where we're used to just working with the people in our house, maybe with mums and dads, maybe with grandparents if they're in our bubbles, maybe with brothers and sisters. But actually, we're going to be back at school next week, and we're going to need to think of ways that we can work together to get better at things and to create things. And so working together is really important. And the other reason I picked this book was because of the huge success of The Snail and the Whale last week. We love Julia Donaldson, and you know, I got messages as far afield as America from people who'd watched that and said, oh, what a lovely story, we really enjoyed listening to it. So I thought I'd do another Julia Donaldson book this week, and the book I've chosen, it's another dog-eared copy. Do you remember what dog-eared means? It means it's a bit worn out round the edges. Look, it's a bit curly and a bit tired, but it is one of my favourite books and one of my favourite family books. It is Room on the Broom. So let's jump straight in. Now, while I'm reading the story, see if you can spot the two main moments where the characters in the book work together. Okay, so it wouldn't have worked if they were on their own. They had to come together as a team to make it work. Here we go. The witch had a cat, and a very tall hat, and long ginger hair, which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred, and how the witch grinned, as they sat on their broomsticks and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed, and how the cat spat, when the wind blew so wildly, it blew off her hat. Down, cried the witch. There she is. Oh, look. They flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then, out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, and then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped her broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Oh, look at this beautiful picture. Over the fields and the forests they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed aloud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her long ginger plait. Down, cried the witch. There she is. And they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then, out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said, as the witch tied her plait in a bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped her broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Oh no, Look at the weather now. Oh, it's looking a bit drizzly, isn't it? Let's see what happens. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The birds shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Look, I said it's a bit dog-eared. This one's got ink on it on this page. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leapt a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely and then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I am a frog, as clean as can be. Is there room on your broom for a frog like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the frog bounded on. The witch tapped her broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors, here they are, look, it's getting dark now. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy, and the broom snapped in two. It's broken. The witch is still hanging on to the front bit, but all the animals and the broom have just fallen off the back end. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Oh my word. Look at this. I am a, where's the picture? There it is. I am a dragon as mean as can be, and I'm planning to have witch and chips for my tea. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew nearer. There he is, licking his lips. Maybe this once I'll have witch without chips. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky. It was feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads. It had wings like a bird, and its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched as it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch." Well, the dragon drew back, and he started to shake. I'm sorry, he spluttered. I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. And look, and down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog. Down jumped the cat, and "Phew," said the dog. Oh, thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you, I'd be in the dragon's insides. Do you see how they all work together? Look how happy the witch is now. All her friends are back together. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone, throw something in." So the dog found a lily, the frog found a lily, and the cat found a cone. The bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, Zoom! And out rose a truly magnificent broom, with a seat for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird, and a shower for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped her broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. It's such a lovely story because it's about all the people that the witch gathers together, the cat, the dog, the frog, the bird, and herself, who work together. And the first time they work together is to defeat that dragon. The dragon wants to eat the witch, but luckily the other animals had fallen into the bog and they'd risen up covered in mud, and the dragon thought they were a complete monster. There was feathers and fur and mud, and it croaked and it barked and it shrieked, and the dragon was terrified. And now if each of them had come out the bog covered in mud, it wouldn't have been nearly as so scary, but because they worked together, they defeated the dragon. And the second time they all worked together was when the witch was creating her new potion, wasn't it? So she said, everybody, let's work together to make this fantastic potion. So off they went, and they got a bone and a lily and a twig, and they brought them back in, and together they made the magnificent broom. And I think we can think about that, especially from next week. When we come back into school, there might be times that we think that it's a bit bothersome, that there's lots of other people around us, but actually there's a lot of strength in having your friends near you and people you can work with, because you can come up with loads of different ideas and you can apply those to what we're doing. So I've thoroughly enjoyed our 2 Julia Donaldson books. Maybe it'll be Julia Donaldson next week. I will carry on with these each week, at least until I'm allowed back to school. Have a wonderful week, everybody. This is the last week at the moment of remote education. We don't know what the future holds, but hopefully it'll be the last week ever, but we just don't know. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and be kind to yourselves. And where there's an opportunity, maybe work with somebody else to achieve what you want to achieve. All right. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Be good. Bye-bye.